Welcome to Brother Owl's Garden. I'm Brian, and I honor your presence here today. I had a friend who asked me not long ago, oh, when you make the episodes for the YouTube channel, do you have all kinds of notes and everything? Do you rehearse it? And I said, no, I pretty much, come up with an idea as I receive it and jot it down for a time that it feels like that's the one I should address. And the most I might do is have a couple like bullet points or a quote that I want to make sure I cover. But other than that, it's just me having a conversation with you. In that sense, it's just I'm winging it. It's casual. Um, the topic that sort of felt like it should be addressed in today's episode is the issue of doing our share. Doing our share. What I mean by that is, especially if and you're watching this, so you are this kind of person. If you are a little more spiritually conscious or spiritually centered in the way you manage your life than perhaps some other people, then an issue that you probably have already run into is kind of like what is my purpose? What is my duty? What am I here for? Okay. And what I want to share about that question is a few different things. We are all given a unique assortment of gifts. Okay. Whatever talents and abilities you are really good at and are desirable and helpful and of use, for either bringing joy or wellness or healing or pleasure of any kind of redeemable quality that it offers. As the Japanese would say, the ikigai, your ikigai. That word is it's spelled Ikigai, ikigai, and it's basically your divine life purpose that you were just made to do. Okay. Which everybody thinks is to have a easy, lazy gig online. But in regards to what is my purpose, what am I here for? What is it that I came here to do? Okay. We tend to automatically presume that it is something really big and monumental and grand and a huge undertaking and so far reaching and important and all these kind of thoughts. For a very, very small minority of humans, that is the case, but not for almost everyone. And it was a few years ago when I was discerning a monastic life and those kind of huge questions were coming into my mind that I came to realize, gee, I sort of set off on this discerning journey with the presumption that, I'm clearly meant to do something really big, or else it's not worth doing. It's got to be really a big deal. It's got to affect a whole lot of people. Not anything to do with notoriety, recognition, and all that, which couldn't care less. But what I mean is impact. Whatever it is I've come here to do, I'm sure it's got to be very far-reaching and it's a big deal. Well, understanding that we never truly know how much we do impact people and hopefully help them. Aside from that being the case, the reality is it's probably something quite humble and simple, not exotic and huge and far-reaching and a massive undertaking, not for most people. And in that realization, at first there was sort of a mixed feeling of, oh, so it's very unlikely that I'm going to do anything really grand. But on the other hand, there was a relief, like a sense of, I don't need to. See, because that initial presumption that I was going to, or that I was meant to, or that I needed to, was based on some degree of a belief that I needed to do it to be worthy, those kind of things. We're all familiar with that. I had better do that because then I'll be worthy. And if I didn't, then I won't be. And I will have wasted my life, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm telling you that we're only asked to do our charge, our personal contribution, our own individual lot. And that's it. As the Hawaiians would call that, kuleana. Just take care of your own kuleana. And referring back to the gifts, I spoke with a brilliant friend of mine recently about gifts. And it gave me a good opportunity to use an original quote that I'll be honest with you, I really like this. I like this one a lot. And I'll share it with you now. And it has to do with the gifts and abilities and talents that we are granted and imbued with in life, and what that's all about. Why are they there? Why does that happen? What do we have them for? And here's the quote. I've been gifted the gift of gifting the gifts I've been gifted. Again, I've been gifted the gift of gifting the gifts I've been gifted. That's what it's all about. So whatever are my particular personal gifts, which definitely are not mathematic, they're not mathematical or anything to do with engineering or electrician. And don't put a paintbrush in my hand. I can call up several witnesses for that. Don't put a paintbrush in my hand. I am literally the last person that you want to paint. And I've tried many times. So painting is not a gift of mine, but I have other gifts, and we each inherently have a pretty good idea what our gifts are. They're probably two or three, maybe four, particularly noteworthy gifts, and you probably already know what they are. It is something that you just have a natural talent and ability of being able to do, which seems easy to you, but is rather impressive to others at how adept you are at it. And that you most likely enjoy doing, because that always goes together, and that is valuable or appreciated in some way for its benefits by other people. And those are your gifts that have been given to you for you to give. They've been given to you to be given by you. They've been given to you to be given through you. But don't get caught up in this delusion, this egoic phantom projection that, oh, well, I happen to be good at writing. Therefore, I need to start an international newsletter, or I need to create a new media company. It could lead to that, but you're just called to engage your gifts for the benefit and help of others. That's it. And it's probably going to be fairly humble and small, but no less meaningful, just because it's not worldwide or huge, So take it as a relief. Take it as a relief that we're not really asked to do that much, just our own share, our own lot, our own charge in life. Take care of your own kuleana, okay? Give the gifts that you've been gifted. That's why you've been gifted them. And you don't have to save the world, and you don't have to fix everybody. You can't anyway, by the way. And I'm sure I've cited it before, and I'll cite it again, the quote by Rumi. When I was young, I was clever, and I tried to change the world. Now that I'm older, I'm wise, and I am changing myself. And of course, when he refers to changing, what he means is cultivating your being for the purpose of purification, ascension, realization, and transcendence. So take the burden of feeling that you need to make a global impact and you have to do and be something huge in the world. You don't. And I think that if you truly give of yourself to others, the gifts you've been given, you'll find that ironically, at the end of it all, you have made a huge impact on the people that you have reached. So you're only responsible for your lot. Remove the burden of anything that you feel obligated that you're supposed to do or should do or better do or else. Relieve yourself of that burden. And just remember that you've been gifted the gift of giving, the gifts you've been gifted. And you are a gift when you do that. Thank you, and have a gentle day.